you can vote in North Carolina, you've got to be registered. If you're not sure if you're registered already, you can check using the link in the description. But if you're not registered yet, or you've moved or changed your name since the last time you voted, you'll need to fill out a registration form. The only way to register in North Carolina is by mail, which I know is annoying, but you can print off the form from online using the link below and mail it in by October 9th if you want to vote in November. If you miss the deadline, don't worry. You can still register in person at a one-stop early voting site. Just bring your ID, like a driver's license, state ID, military ID, or a utility bill, bank statement, or paycheck with your name and address on it. Once you're registered, you get to vote. Anyone in North Carolina can vote by mail, otherwise known as absentee, for any reason, and it's one of the easiest ways to vote. All you have to do is download the form in the link below, fill it out, and mail it to your County Board of Elections office. There's a link to all of their addresses in the description. You have until October 27th to request an absentee ballot, but the sooner you apply, the sooner you get your ballot, and the longer you have to look it over and make your decisions. Then, all you have to do is mail your ballot back to your County Board of Elections office so they get it by November 3rd. You can also vote early in person, otherwise known as one-stop absentee voting, from October 15th through the 31st. The hours and locations vary by county. There's a link in the description where you just select your county and it'll tell you when and where you can vote early, and register if you still need to. But if you really want that experience of voting in person on November 3rd, the polls are open from 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. And there's a link below that'll tell you where you need to go to vote. You won't need to show ID unless it's your first time voting or you're registering at a one-stop site. So if that's you, just make sure you bring one of the forms of ID I mentioned earlier. You can also go to your county's Board of Elections website to look at a sample ballot that tells you everything you'll be able to vote for in your county. You don't have to vote for everything on the ballot. You're allowed to leave things blank if you want to. But your local elections are really important, so it's worth checking out what's on there ahead of time. You can even print it out and bring it to the polls with you so you remember how you want to vote. One last thing. If you're gonna vote, open up your notes app or grab a pen and paper and make a plan. Write down when and how you're gonna register, what time you're gonna vote, how you're gonna get there, what ID you're gonna use if you need one, even who you're gonna bring to the polls with you. Having a plan is a great way to make sure that nothing unexpected stops you from voting on November 3rd. All the links you need to check your registration and polling location are in the description. Thanks for voting. How to Vote in Every State is produced by Complexly in partnership with the MediaWise Voter Project, which is led by the Poynter Institute and supported by Facebook.